What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 10 battle for the ICBA, and what could possibly be the final battle for the ICBA for us this season. And this is not a position I expected to be in. We start off the season, 4-0, and then we proceed to lose. I think we've lost 4 out of our last 5 games. And honestly, it's not like I'm saying, oh no, we lost to hacks. I mean, I did not play well last week. I thought I played actually very well last week, never mind. I just had one kind of big mistake and one piece of, I think it was the burn, right? On the Jolteon that was annoying to deal with. So that was that. Then the week 8 game against Dai was just a beatdown. The week 7 game against Johnny, we won that game. And honestly, we won even though I choked it away, so great. Then there was the game against the New Jersey Brobats, which was that was an interesting game. Had I brought a regular Greninja set, we could have possibly won that game. And then there was the game against Dai and his Magna Devils, not Dai, Dom and his New Jersey Magna Devils, and that game was just tough for us as well. And we just really struggled in that game too. But here we are. We have one shot. We have to win this game to get in. I believe actually there was a chance for us to get in if we finish with a differential of 2 or less. So if we lose 2-0, there's a chance. We have to basically bank on other people, but there's a chance. But let's just go ahead and we'll get into it, because this is a very nerve-wracking time, because this could be the first chance, the first time on this channel, the first time in my entire draft league career where I don't make the playoffs. And honestly, if I don't make the playoffs, I'm not going to be I'm going to be disappointed for sure, but I don't feel like it's going to be the end of the world. I feel like I've had stretches where I've made playoffs enough times, and I think it's okay to miss it every once in a while, especially if you just don't play that well and your team just wasn't up to par with the rest of the other teams in the league. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into it. So to start off, my opponent has a team of Megaladios, Landorus, Wazimus, Clefable, Scolipede, Lucario, Wazimus, Porygon 2 Wazimus, Rotom Heat, Jellicent, Sigilif, Skuntank, which is a Z Captain, and then Steelix. Well, we have a team of Protean Greninja, Wazimus, the current kill leader, with Landorus just closely behind him. We then have Mega Gallade, Zapdos, Salamence, Wazimus, Sylveon, Donphan, Salazzle, Lycanroc Day, Mismagius, Klinklang, and Lantern. Now, let's go ahead and we'll get into the team that we are bringing to this week's battle. So to start off, we have our Greninja here. We are Poisonium Z with Dark Pulse, Surf, Gunk Shot, and U-Turn. We have enough speed for the Megaladios, I believe it is. I'm just going to make sure of that. We have 180 speed and a Naive Nature. I believe there's nothing faster than his Latios, right? No, we have speed for the Scolipede, that's what it is. We have Z Gunk Shot here because we want to be able to do tons of damage to the Clefable. If he is not he's not Kebiberry, then he will drop with the amount of EVs that I have in attack. We have 100 in attack, which is enough to make sure we guarantee get the KO with the Z Gunk Shot to a max defense set. Sorry, I just got an ad on Discord. I will get to that in a second as you guys just see that destruction that happened. I don't know, I'm gonna forget you saw nothing. Never mind, you saw nothing. Anyways, our next mod is going to be Ghost, the Lycanroc Day. We have a Stone Plate Lycanroc Day with the Cell Rock, Crunch, Drill Run, and Stealth Rock. Max speed, so we speed tie with the Scolipede. I can go for a Drill Run if need be. It's neutral. It should do more than a Cell Rock, even with the Stone Plate to the Lycanroc, to the Scolipede. And this is only if it's not setting up. So, yeah. Our next mod is going to be our Mega Gallade Texas Man here, which is Jolly Nature, max speed to speed tie with the Megaladios. A lot of speed ties you're going to realize this game, because this seems pretty fast, and it honestly reaches the exact same speed tiers that a lot of our mods do. So, like I said, Swords Dance, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, then Headbutt. I want to run Knockoff for the Jellicent or Thunder Punch because I know it's going to be a good check, but Zen Headbutt does a pretty good amount of damage. And if I'm +2, we can 2-KO that thing guaranteed, and if I can get Rocks up and I can just do bit damage to that thing early on, getting to +2 with Zen Headbutt, with the Swords Dance and then clicking Zen Headbutt on it is going to be a really good way to try and go for game. Next up though, we have Sizzlin, our Salazzle with the Air Balloon this week. We're running Sludge Wave, Hidden Power, Ice, Fire Blast, and Nasty Plot. We have Air Balloon just in case he's a Scarf Landorus. I want to have another ground immunity on this team, and I feel like it's a really good mon in this game. Our next mon was going to be the Donphan here, but I decided to replace it with the Mismagius. Mismagius is actually Adrenaline Orb, if I'm not mistaken. Right? I'm pretty sure it's Adrenaline Orb, and I believe it has Shadow Ball, HP Ice, Toxic, and Will-O-Wisp. I think that's what I had. I changed this at very last minute. I'm just going to try and see if I can find it, but it shouldn't be too tough to find. Where is it? There it is. Mismagius was, Shadow Ball, HP Ice, Toxic, Will-O-Wisp, and it had enough speed for, I can't remember what it was. It had 196 speed with a Timid Nature, and had 108 EVs in HP, which is meant so I can always take 2 hits from a non-Life Orb Scolipede, which did not even end up coming, which is great. And then our last mon is going to be Burrow the Salamence. I was really debating, do I want to be Yachi Berry, do I want to be Draco Plate, what do I want to be? And I decided to go with a Draco Plate here. I'm a Dragon Dance set with Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Iron Tail, and Dragon Dance, obviously. And this set is pretty good against his team. If I can get up a Dragon Dance and he's not an unaware Clefable, Iron Tail is going to rip through him. We have Dragon Claw for hitting everything. Earthquake is there for whatever Dragon Claw doesn't really hit, which is going to be very little things. I mean, it's going to be, what, Lucario, and I think that's it. And the Skuntanks, and the Steelix set rather. So there's 3 mons that we're really using that for. Porygon 2 has to be weakened before this thing goes in. So does the Jellicent, so does the Landorus. Basically everything that I want to beat down has to be weakened a bit. But if I get the +1, this game is pretty much going to be ours. And that's kind of my play here. Gets +1, win with Ments. And that's been my plan a lot lately, and it just doesn't work out that well, which is never the greatest sign in the world. But let's go ahead and get into it. Looking at the team he brought his Jellicent, his Porygon 2, his Clefable, his Mega Latios, his Lucario, and his Landorus Darien. And looking at just the matchup from start, I expected the Porygon and the Porygon to be a major check to stuff for what I brought, at least, to my Greninja, to my Salamence, and to my Mismagius, as well as to my Salazzle. Just try and check them, like just to be a blanket check. I felt like the what is it called? The Jellicent was going to be a really good answer to everything that's not named my Greninja or my Mismagius. The Clefable is going to be a check to everything as well, except for my Salazzle. And then there's Latios, which I felt could be an offensive Dragon Dance set. It could be a bulky one with Calm Mind. It could be a Calm Mind Roost 2 attacks rather. Then I expected potentially a Life Orb Lucario or like a Swords Dance one, even a Nasty Paw one. Just I expected something with setup, something with priority would be very nice to have for him. And then I definitely expected either a Scarfed or a Dual Dance Landorus to be coming. So that's what I'm expecting on his part. And I'm going to go ahead and lead off this game with my Mismagius. And I'm kind of expecting him, hoping for him to lead off with his what is it called, his Landorus, so I can just go for HP Ice and destroy that thing turn 1 and pop my Adrenaline Orb. But you're going to see here he is actually not going to lead with that. He's going to lead off with his Jellicent as I get a little bit ahead of myself. But the Jellicent here is going to kind of be forced out, and I really felt like I had to go for the Toxic here. I'm going for the Toxic because it hits this thing, but it also hits the Porygon 2, which could come in, and which would be likely switch in because of the potential for Shadow Ball. Thankfully, he does go into his Porygon 2, which does get Toxic here, so that's incredible. It also gets a physical attack boost instead of special attack boost, which is great. I think I did my best to make sure that special attack was not going to be happening for a lot of the mons, so hopefully I actually managed to do that. But he's going to get some Toxic damage here, and at this point I wish I had something like Taunt or I don't know, Pain Split or whatever, but I really don't want to be Thunder Waved or have make him think I don't have a Sash anymore, because I want him to kind of fear that almost. So I go into my Lycanroc here, and I really only have one option here. That's kind of just to go for the Crunch. I'm going for the Crunch because I'm expecting the Landorus to come in. I just want to get some damage off on it and not let it set up all over me, and then I would go for Rocks if I need to. So I'm going to go for the Crunch here and try and do a bit of damage to the Porygon if it stays in. And if it does, that's just a win for me. It lets my Salamence go in a bit faster, which is nice. But anyways, he's going to switch out here. He's going to go into his Jellicent, so that's just a win for me right there. Obviously, he's going to take a decent amount of damage from this, around 40%, but at the same time, this is even more benefit because we get the physical defense drop, and I can now go for another Crunch, and a Crunch from this range at -1 should get the KO for us. So I'm just going to go for one more Crunch. I don't know if he's going to switch out, I don't know what his plan is, but I'm just going to go for Crunch. It's a pretty free move. I don't want to go for the Rocks here because even if he switches out like he did, the risk was just too big. Anyways, in comes the General, his Landorus, and this thing is very close behind my Greninja in terms of kills. And I don't play around this thing very well, I'll just put it that way. Crunch comes out, and based on this damage, I'm thinking, okay, he has definitely got to be a very, very, very bulky Landorus. So that's kind of what I'm thinking to myself. He's got to have like very little attack investment and very little speed investment, and just maybe max HP, who knows. So go for a Rocks here, thinking again he's a defensive Landorus. He's going to go for Stealth Rocks, and we're going to be fine because it's not an offensive one. No, he goes for Rock Polish. So yeah, that's just fantastic. So now he can probably outspeed a Scarf Greninja, so you don't have to worry about that. So he wouldn't have to worry about that, rather. I'm kind of wishing that I had the Water Shuriken, but I'm going to go for the Accel Rock here just to get off a bit of chip on him. And thankfully he does go for the Earthquake. If he had gone for Swords Dance, that would have been very scary because I probably would have lost right there. Anyways, at this point in time, I'm thinking to myself, I have two options, well, three options really. I can go into my Salazzle with the Air Balloon, I can go into my Mismagius with Levitate, or I can go into my Greninja, which could maybe live an Earthquake. I go to my Mismagius here because he's going to reveal if he has Knockoff, or if he has Stone Edge, or if he's a Z move, or whatnot. So I'm going to go into this thing, and my play is to go for Hidden Power Ice. So I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice here, as he's just going to pop the Z move, and the Z move is the Rockium Z, which will always KO us, which sucks. A regular Stone Edge, potentially, we could have lived. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but honestly, we're just going to drop to this thing, and this Landorus is going to pick up its second kill, which is just terrifying. So because now that I realize he has a Rocky MZ, he's probably Stone Edge. So my play here, I think, in my opinion, is to go into my Salazzle and try and go for the Hidden Power Ice and bank on him missing the Stone Edge. And I'm cool with that. If he misses the Stone Edge, great. I'd be really, really happy if he did. It would make things a lot easier for me. So I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice here. It'll allow us the best chance to get the win. Unfortunately for us, he does end up landing the Stone Edge, so we are going to lose our Salazzle here. I kind of wish I was sashed on just one of those mons. It would have been great if I was, but I wasn't, and it cost me. But I'm going to go into my Greninja here. This is my last chance. I just have to hope that I can KO and that I actually live the hit first of all. So it's a roll in my favor to live the hit. I think it's 103 max that he does, and like 87 min, something like that. So he's going for the Earthquake here, and it's going to do a huge chunk of damage, but does it KO? No, it does not, and thankfully we live the hit, and we can go for a Surf. So Landorus does not get 6 kills, and Landorus does not end up passing Greninja. So Greninja is, I think, guaranteed to make sure it, at worst, ties Landorus for the most kills in the league. So Greninja now, I think, has 19 kills, and I think Landorus also has 19 kills right now as well. So anyways, he's going to bring in Duct Tape here, and it's out of range of my Z Gunk Shot. Obviously, if I was a Titanium Z, I would have completely destroyed him here. That would have been my play. But I don't know why he got the special attack boost. I thought I made it so I would make him get the physical attack boost. So I guess I just didn't do my calculations right, which kind of sucks because, well, he can go for a special move here. He can go for an Ice Beam or Discharge. He can just blow me back, which really sucks. So I'm going to go and switch into Texas Man here, as this is where it plays a really big role that he actually ends up being he ends up getting a special attack boost, because your C goes to the Tri Attack here, and Tri Attack's going to do just over half to us. And unfortunately, Gallade doesn't get any boosts from Mega Evolving the special defense, so that means I can't go for Swords Dance here. I could, making him, like, if I want to be really ballsy and predict him to switch out, but just in case he doesn't, I decide to go for the Zen Headbutt, which could KO, and I could also get the Flinch potentially, and it's just going to do a ton of damage to him and really open the door for my Salamence regardless, to go for just a Dragon Claw and then get up a, I'm trying to make him think that I'm Scarf maybe, so he wouldn't go into something like his, what is it called, like his, I'm trying to think of the name, my god, what is it? It is Latios, there you go, which would outspeed me. I don't know, I felt like Swords Dance would have been my play had he knocked on the special attack boost, or if he'd gone for something that wouldn't have done this much damage. But at this point, I'm just going to go for the Zen Headbutt here, and it ends up being a huge mistake. I should have definitely gone for Swords Dance. It was a big mistake, and potentially could have cost me the game. Honestly, I'll explain why in a bit. So he's going to go into his Jellicent here. I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt, and this could KO depending on his investment. If it doesn't, that's fine. I will outspeed, and I'll go for another Zen Headbutt and KO him then. And depending on his investment, depending on how much damage he takes from this, I could go for an Ice Punch even to just make him, well, not get the miss. But with his leftover recovery there, I'm kind of worried that he might live the hit with the Ice Punch, so I'm just going to go for the Zen Headbutt, play the risk, 90% chance for us to miss, or to land rather, and we do connect, so thankfully down goes the Jellicent, and Mega Gallade picks up a kill. It's been good this season. Mega Gallade came to all of our games just like Greninja, but it just did not perform as well, honestly. I don't think I did a good job with it. Anyways, in comes his, this thing here, whatever it's called, his Clefable. I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt here, and at this point in time, he messaged me on Discord and said I ran Moonlight instead of Moonblast. So his only offensive move on this thing is the Toxic. That's it. He has, I think he told me after this, Soft Boiled, Moonlight, Toxic, and I think Protect he said as well. And yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance here because of that. Because why not? He revealed to be Magikarp, not Unaware. So that's great for me because, well, the reason I know that's because he didn't take damage from Rock. So it's very important to notice if you guys are playing against Clefable, make sure to check to see if it's Unaware or Magikarp based on your hazards. Very important. Anyways, I'm going to go for my Zen Headbutt here. We're going to die with 2 more hits of Toxic. So I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt. And would you look at that? This is where he reveals the Protect. And I'm like, damn, okay. There's still a chance that he drops. He could go down to this hit. And this can be very big because, yes, I'll drop to the Toxic Poisoning, but getting rid of the Clefable would be huge. So I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt here. And I'm kind of actually hoping that it doesn't KO him. I'm kind of leaning more and more towards that. I'm like, don't KO. Please don't KO. Just don't KO. It'd be great. But we miss. Great. So we end up missing. That's pretty much going to be the game. Honestly, there's very, very slim chance we can have to come back. My play right now is to go into my Greninja. I click Gunk Shot. I turn into a Poison type. That way he can't touch me with anything because obviously he can't Toxic a Poison type. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to kind of hope and pray that Lucario doesn't have Ice Punch or doesn't have Extreme Speed because I'm going to kind of need to get lucky to win this game right here. So Gunk Shot comes out. We do land. Awesome. I wish we landed the Zen Headbutt, but it's okay. Anyways, at this point, we got the Toxic on him. It doesn't matter at all. He's Magikarp, so it's no big deal. And he's going to Toxic us. Doesn't affect us because we're a Poison type now. I'm going to go for another Gunk Shot, and if we land, we will pick up our 20th KO of the season, I believe it is, or maybe 21st can't even remember, honestly. But yeah, so Gunk Shot comes out, and Gunk Shot will get this KO. So Greninja picks up its 20th or 21st kill of the season, whichever one it is, I can't honestly remember. And down goes the Clefable. So at this point, it's looking unlikely. He can go into Doggo, which is going to be his Lucario. Very scary mon for us to deal with, and he can just go for a extreme speed and get the KO on us, which would kind of suck. Yeah, we lose our Greninja here. It picks up a death. Excuse me, frog in my throat. So he gets the KO there, and at this point, in comes my Salamence, and this is a very important turn, a very, very, very important turn. I'm going to pause it. So I Dragon Dance here, as you can see. If he goes for extreme speed first, then I would win the game. Straight up. I have to go for that. If he goes to Ice Punch or the Meteor Mash or whatever, then we lose the game because he has extreme speed in the back. And he's Life Orb. Obviously, he's going to do a lot more damage. This is where I'm kind of wishing I was Yachi Berry, honestly, because had it been Yachi Berry, it would have been probably closer, or maybe Hobbin Berry, probably more likely to just go for the Earthquake, get the KO here, and then set up on the what is it called? What is it called? What is the name of that mon? The Latios. I keep forgetting the name of it. The Mega Latios. But because I'm Draco Plate, I think I have to just go for the Dragon Dance here, and I have to hope and pray that he goes for 2 extreme speeds because we'd live to. So I'm gonna just go for the Dragon Dance here. He doesn't go for the extreme speed as you saw, and I kind of hope that he, I don't know, misses his move or just goes for a Swords Dance or something. I don't know. And no, he's gonna go for the Meteor Mash. Miss. Nope, he lands it, and he's going to bring us down to the point where we are in range of the extreme speed. He gets the attack boost anyways, so that didn't even matter. He's going to KO us regardless, and this is where our season of the ICBA comes to an end. We lose 3-0 to Kelly and his Maryland Torterrapins. This is actually the first time that he's beaten me, so I'm just going to sneak that in there. I believe I'm now 2-1 against him, or 3-1, something like that. But yeah, so GG to Kelly. Really unfortunate that we did end up losing this game. I kind of wish that we landed that Zen Headbutt. It was really good. But obviously he did end up misgenning his Clefable, which would have definitely played a big role in the game. And honestly, had he not misgenned it, we probably would have lost this game 4-0. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle this season for the ICBA. And with this season ending and ending disappointment as well, I want you guys to let me know, what is the lowest moment you've ever had in your Draft League career? I mean, I know it's like not the greatest and shiniest question in the world, but it's a question I feel like I should probably ask, because this to me is the worst season I've had in quotation marks. We finished 5-5. We finished with a +1 differential. We finished in 10th place. That's never been something that I've said before. I've never said, yeah, I finished in 10th place. So, but I mean, I can also say I guess I've only won a championship once, and I've only made it past the first round a handful of times. So I guess maybe not make the playoffs is better. It'll get me to get better and to practice and really take things a bit more seriously if I can. And yeah, but so that's the end of this season. Really sucks. I'm gonna try and find the stats for my team. I hope I can find them. Yeah, so I did find them. Great. So if you guys are wondering, these are the stats for the team for the season. So first off, our captain, obviously our kill leader, the top kills mon this season was Greninja. It finished with 20 kills and 5 deaths. That's insane. I brought it all 10 times, averaged 2 kills a game. Great. Obviously, the most memorable performance that I had was against the Philadelphia Phiones, I believe it was, where I got like those double flinch on the Milotic. So there's that. Then there's our Mega Gallade, which actually finished 7 kills and 8 deaths, so really not great. We then have the most disappointing Pokemon that I've ever drafted, and honestly, I don't think I will ever be drafting this mon again. I really don't think I can afford it anymore, because I don't do well with it. It's so good in theory, but I went 1 kill, 5 deaths with Salamence. Yeah. There were so many matchups where it's like, it was so good. There was also obviously the matchups against the Mamoswine and the Piloswine where it can't do anything. But there's matchups where if it gets a Dragon Dance, it just wins. But I just could never get a Dragon Dance up. So maybe I need to run screens or something next time I draft it, or I don't know if I will anymore anyways. But Salamence just really struggled in my hands, and that really sucks because I really wanted it to be good. And honestly, I remember the kill that I got. It was like week 1 or something. So it's ridiculous. Our next mon is our Zapdos here, which actually went 9 kills and 4 deaths in only 6 weeks. So, whoa, excuse me. It actually came to 6 games, which is a lot less than I thought it was going to be. It's a Tier 1B mon. Salamence is a Tier 1B mon. Came to 6 games, both of them. Our next mon, our Tier 2B, Sylveon, went 5 kills, 5 deaths in 8 games. Pretty good there. Really useful with the Baton Pass into certain mons for whether it was a Combine boost or just to get off the Wish back or whatever it may be. We then have our Donphan again. Don't really think I'm going to be drafting Donphan in a regular standard league very often anymore because I only brought it 4 times. I just didn't find it to be that useful. Then we have our Salazzle, came to 3 games, 1 kill, 2 deaths. We then have our Lycanroc Dusk, which I picked it up mid-season. It came to 6 games. I think it came to every single game it could have possibly come to, which is insane. It was a fast rocker. I think this is part of the reason why I really liked it, because it was so fast. It only had 1 kill and it had 5 deaths. I think the 1 kill might have been to a Stealth Rocks, so great. We then have our Lantern, which came to 2 games, 1 kill, 1 death. Pretty good. Had a really good showing in our last week's game against Spanic. We then have our Mismagius, 3 games, 1 kill, 3 deaths, and then we finally have our Klinklang, which came to 2 games. In theory, had a good matches both games, in theory, and went 0-2 in both those games. So that's it, guys. That is our season. If you guys enjoyed the season, make sure to leave a like on the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please comment down below your favorite memory from the season, and obviously what I asked before, which was your most disappointing moment in your draft league career. And hopefully we'll be back for ICBA Season 6, which I don't expect to be back until the probably Sword and Shield comes out. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be back after that. Until then, rather. But for now, we do have other Ubers leagues coming up. You guys should know about one already. We've been in Season 1, Season 2 of it, and it is the BBL. The BBL is returning. I think the draft analysis goes up on the 5th of August, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. We have a pretty busted team, honestly. I'm really happy about it. And I say busted all the time. It is a really scary team. Actually, it's not that scary of a team. We have one Mon that's just insanely broken, so enjoy it. And there's another Ubers league that is a bit more Uber-ish than the BBL even. And that is going to be a surprise. I think it's going to be out before the BBL, so enjoy that as well. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like on the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you for watching and supporting your Montreal Milotic, and I will see you all next time.